Wilderness Wanderers. Ranger Kennedy here, your eyes in the woods. Just a friendly reminder to always check your camping gear for any wear and tear.
Is that what I think it is?
You can't make a swift escape from an unholy beast if your shoes aren't tied. Remember, your eyes in the woods see everything.
Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Hi, helloey, my name is Loey. You probably already know this, but I'm a little behind when it comes to scary TikToks. It's been quite the year for your girl, and disappearing for months at a time is not very conducive to staying on top of TikTok trends, because when I tell you that platform is changing every single 5 minutes, it's really no exaggeration. So this account that we're going to be talking about today kind of flew under my radar for a while, and I'm saying that because today was going to be a totally different video. After watching literally one TikTok from this account, I scrapped my previous video idea and watched this entire series and am filming this video all in one night. And what is that account, you might be wondering? It's the TikTok account Your Eyes in the Woods, aka Ranger Station 76. I'm gonna walk you through all 55 TikToks that are currently on the account, and by the end of this video, I truly think I will have you hooked on the latest and truly the greatest alternate reality game slash scary story series that I have seen online in a really long time. But before we get into it, we do have a word from our sponsor. Thank you so much to Bombas for sponsoring today's video. Bombas is not just your average basics brand who makes incredibly comfy socks. No, no, no. They are a premium basics brand making the most comfortable socks in the history of feet, who also donates one item for every item purchased. Bombas makes the best gifts for holiday season because not only do they make incredibly comfortable basics, how great is it for your gift recipient to know that with this pair of slippers that you've gifted them, someone in need got a pair of slippers too. I literally just ripped these off my feet. They're going back on now. You can find those cozy plush slippers in the Bombas Cozy Shop, made up of the plushest, softest, coziest essentials just in time for holiday season. And once again, through Bombas, one purchased equals one donated. Through Bombas, over 140 million essential clothing items have been donated across a network of giving partners in all 50 states. They are an amazing brand with an amazing cause, and if you are looking for gifts this holiday season, or maybe just to treat yourself a little bit with some of their amazing basics, now is the perfect time to shop. Bombas is offering new customers 20% off of their first order when you go to bombas.com/LoeyLane and use code LoeyLane20 at checkout. Once again, that's heading on over to bombas.com/LoeyLane and using code LoeyLane20 at checkout. Thank you so much to Bombas for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys for checking out our sponsor. It really helps out the channel when you guys use my link and my code. And this is a brand that I'm so excited to work with. So once again, thank you guys so much. And now let's get into the scary videos. The account began to post videos in June of this year. And the first video that was posted is just a simple shot of a VHS tape on the ground with the caption, "If you find a VHS tape in the woods, you're sort of obligated to watch it." Right? And that's followed up by this video of someone putting the VHS tape into their television to play it, saying, all right, might as well take a look, right? What can it hurt? Nothing bad has ever happened from watching a creepy VHS tape. We move from this incredibly high quality, like almost artistically shot content into grainy VHS footage that is the stuff of analog horror nightmares. And this video is our introduction to Ranger Kennedy and Ranger Brown, who are here to help us be safe campers this summer season. Or, you know, in whatever year that these were filmed, because very obviously this is a VHS tape. The footage and the way that they dress is dated, and so we can safely assume that this is probably a tape from a ways in the past.
Hello, happy campers. It's your local park rangers here, Ranger Kennedy and Ranger Brown. Here to give you some advice before the summer approaches. Now make sure to do your research before you go camping, including looking at park regulations, weather forecasts, and other advisories. There's more than just animals out here, if you know what I mean.
In this next video, Ranger Brown says that you have to choose your campsite carefully, and specifically if you see any footprints, any tracks, to report them to the rangers, your eyes in the woods.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. Ranger Brown here with a few tips about selecting a campsite. Be sure to select a flat, well-drained area to avoid any potential flooding. And keep an eye out for any mysterious tracks during your scout for the perfect spot. If you do see any strange tracks, be sure to report them to us, Your Eyes in the Woods.
These safety and survival tips are essential for any camper. For example, here we have a wildlife awareness video in which Ranger Kennedy teaches us about a clean campsite.
And now for some practical tips for your next camping trip this summer. Be sure to keep a clean campsite as well as keep all your trash, waste, and scented items in a bear-proof container. This will not only deter bears, but any sweet-toothed species scientists have not yet discovered.
I find it interesting that after she says any sweet-toothed species that may have not been discovered, this bear-proof bag moves behind her. But the next video is where things finally start to get a little creepy.
Hi, wilderness wanderers. Ranger Kennedy here, your eyes in the woods. Just a friendly reminder to always check your camping gear for any wear and tear. You can't make a swift escape from an unholy beast if your shoes aren't tied.
Are we recording over this?
We cut to footage of a tent in the woods at night, almost as if that section of the VHS tape has been filmed over. But this video is pretty creepy in and of itself, and from here, that creep factor just slowly starts amping up. The rangers even tell us to keep an eye out for any creature sightings.
Hello, would-be campers. Well, you can always consider your local park rangers to be your eyes in the woods. Remember, safety starts with you. Keep an ear out for any whispers of creature sightings. Knowing the legends can certainly add an extra layer of excitement to your trip.
Now, this is where we break away from the VHS tapes for the first time to get some communication from our poster, who we will soon put a face to, so don't worry about that. But somebody comments on one of these videos and says, "What filter is this?" To which the poster reveals it's not a filter at all, and shows the VHS tape actually playing on their television. While talking about campfire safety, Ranger Brown says something interesting.
Be sure to check local signs for current wildfire information, conveniently located on the same kiosk as the current updated daily Cryptid threat level index.
And in the following video, it's made pretty clear that these rangers are very interested in any and all cryptid sightings that you, the camper, may experience.
Howdy, folks. Rangers Kennedy and Brown here again with another backcountry travel tip for you. Make sure you're packing a map and a compass and know how to use it.
If you happen to stumble across an elusive cryptid, make sure to have your camera handy to capture the moment. And please send us the photographic evidence. And only us. Your Eyes in the Woods.
Why would they only want you to submit cryptid sightings or cryptid information to the rangers, and only the rangers? Once again, they repeatedly call themselves our Eyes in the Woods, which is kind of a strange title in itself for rangers. I feel like a ranger would normally say something like your eyes and ears in the woods if they were going to use that kind of verbiage, but they stick to your eyes in the woods. Ranger Brown takes it to the next level in the following video, saying that you should always leave a trip plan with a loved one in case you never come back.
If you're camping alone this summer, make sure you leave a trip plan with a friend or loved one in case you go missing and don't come home, which definitely won't happen. The woods out here are ripe for exploration, and if you get in a bind, our visitor safety specialists are here to bail you out.
Two interesting things in this video. Number one, we see number not in service when Ranger Brown talks about these visitor safety specialists. Number 2, after this video ends, there's a strange clip of Ranger Brown and Ranger Kennedy. And I can't tell if they're dragging something or setting up a trap, but I don't think they meant for the recording to continue. You have to pick your campsite wisely, of course. You don't want to be bunking with a swamp dweller.
Your local ranger here, your eyes in the woods. When choosing a campsite, be sure to look for signs of wildlife, as well as your proximity to bodies of water. You don't want a swamp dweller ruining your weekend, do you?
But strangely, in the following video talking about respecting the locals, Ranger Brown says that in the event that you see cult symbols, graffiti, etc., you shouldn't call the police.
Hi folks, if you happen to see any graffiti, occult symbols, or other unnatural markings, please report any and all such occurrences to park rangers immediately. And please, avoid calling local law enforcement. Your Eyes in the Woods appreciates your compliance and cooperation.
This video is really interesting because I don't know if you noticed, but at the beginning the camera kind of pans over, and somebody in the comment section said the way the camera moved, I'm guessing there's a third ranger. And in response to that comment, this video is posted.
Woo-wee! Ranger Brown here with another tip about hydration. Make sure you drink plenty of water throughout your trip and avoid hiking in the heat of the day, sticking to early mornings instead.
You'll need your energy for any unexpected encounters. Running for your life can be quite the workout.
The clip at the end where the forest has turned to night, I mean, I don't really think you can see anything, but it's unsettling to say the very least. And at this point, every single video that's posted just feels a little uncanny, a little unsettling.
Respect the environment by following the leave no trace principles. Packing out all your trash and waste is examine your impact on the habitat of any creatures that call the area home. Remember, your eyes in the woods see everything. Everything.
Your eyes in the woods see everything? Like, Ranger Kennedy, please. Is that a threat or a promise, girl? Because I'm scared. Now, all of these videos have very specific titles, and they're all focused on one topic or another. Respecting the locals, picking a good campsite. But this one is simply titled Redacted, and the caption says, guess this one didn't make the cut.
Hi, Ranger Kennedy here. I don't want to do this one.
You sure?
Yeah.
And weirdly, at the end, instead of the logo that we've been seeing for Your Eyes in the Woods, we just see the word cryptids with the same sound effect. The next video about group dynamics talks a bit about safety in numbers and facing unexpected occurrences with a group. However, the camera continues to roll after the PSA, and we hear Ranger Kennedy say something strange.
Hello, summertime lovers. Be sure to stick together with your camping group, especially when exploring unfamiliar territory. Strength in numbers can provide reassurance when facing unexpected occurrences. I think we really need some help. Do you think we can call someone?
Nobody even knows we're out here.
What are you talking about? I thought you checked in.
I didn't tell dispatch.
You didn't? Well, what are we gonna do? We need some help. This is getting really bad.
We gotta pack up and go.
Where do we go? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't even...
Do you have the map?
I thought you had it.
And it's after this video that we finally meet the hosts of this TikTok account, the ones who are posting these videos. Now, when I first stumbled across this, I thought this was a break in character. I thought it was the people who are clearly creating this ARG stepping forward and saying a bit about themselves or maybe a little bit about the series. Only to realize there is not a single video on this account that is out of character or breaks from the storyline or the immersion.
Before the air conditioner comes back on.
Hi, I'm Alice. We just wanted to answer like some frequently asked questions, I guess.
And to start, I think people have already figured this out. Obviously, we are not the Rangers. We're just the people that found the tape. I don't know. We're just guys.
we're just little guys.
Facts, FAQs.
So a question we've got quite a few times is, where did we find them? And we've been keeping that like pretty vague while we try and figure out why they were created.
We collect some odd, I mean me. I collect some odd stuff.
Yeah.
So like finding like a thing of slides or like a VHS tape is not like super weird, but then looking at it and seeing what's
like
on
the
it.
contents. Yeah.
That changes things a little bit. Yeah, we're just kind of saying hi. We're not totally faceless. There's other people over there. You're trying to figure it out.
But it's cool.
So these two people stumbled across this VHS tape, and they don't get into like the specifics of how exactly they came across it, but they say that they're just uploading these videos to the TikTok account. And interestingly enough, our posters receive a comment of somebody who seemingly has a website for the Your Eyes in the Woods group.
So somebody commented this website, and I went to it, and I've kind of been poking around a little bit. And there's like nothing on a lot of these pages. So like reservations has nothing, and passes and permits fees have nothing. But then notices and warnings, it's got like this big thing talking about the park shutting down and to try and contact them. So then if you try and contact them, there's no information, but there's also like a locked area for the reports, which feels like they're trying to hide something. And then there's also on the staff login, that makes sense, but I don't know if these two login pages lead you to the same place or not, but I don't know, I haven't gotten it. I guessed a couple of things already, so if anybody can get it, let us know. Love to know what's in there.
We'll circle around to that password later because, as you probably already know, the password does get revealed and there is some really interesting stuff on the website. However, one commenter says, "Ever thought there might be a clue in the logo? Symbolism maybe? That's a much clearer image. Can you make it any bigger, maybe?" Now, when pulling this up, we see the message, "We did everything we could. Keep looking. K and B," aka Kennedy and Brown. And then there's a bunch of numbers at the bottom. Well, those numbers are actually coordinates. Our posters travel to these coordinates, to this park in Alberta, Canada, where all of this takes place, by the way. I don't think I've said that yet. And what they find is interesting.
Okay, this is recording. Okay.
That's on.
Okay. So we're on our way. Somebody found, I'll put their name here, some coordinates on the Your Eyes in the Woods website. So we're gonna go check it out. It leads us to like Hart Creek's trail.
Hart Creek Bunker, baby.
Hart Creek Bunker, baby!
But I think it's fine. All right, here we go.
Hello, and welcome to Hart Creek Trail. Have you ever been here before? Over that way, there is like the common path that most people take, but we're headed up a path that there's not even a marking for. Because up that way, there's this bunker. Yeah, that's kind of all I know.
There was a construction site also. What the heck?
Radio frequency hazard, telecommunications site.
So the bunker is up there. There's more clever ways to do it. The story is that there was a group of brothers that made a like archival company near the Cold War, and they wanted to store documents up there, but then they ran out of money, or
nobody wanted to trek all the way up there every time.
Perhaps, or something went wrong. I don't really know. I don't know that part. But if there's coordinates, we'll figure out what's what.
I find this caution sign, this radio frequency caution sign, very interesting because I'm not sure if it's happened yet, but as we go on, when weird things happen or when Kennedy and Brown talk about potential cryptid sightings in their videos, it's almost like a radio frequency becomes manipulated and we can't hear what they're saying. Back to the VHS tapes. There's another one posted here where Ranger Kennedy talks about weather preparedness and says that a sudden chill in the air may not just be the wind, but something lurking nearby. And at the end of this video, something is lurking nearby.
Okay, you're on. Let's go.
Oh, hi. Hi. For your camping trip this summer, be sure to check the weather forecast and be prepared for changing weather conditions. A sudden chill might not just be the wind. It could be something lurking nearby. Hey, pick it up. Pick it up.
What are you talking about?
Are you rolling?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
See what? What?
Meanwhile, Ranger Brown is a lot more focused on wildlife awareness and recommends bear spray for all of your wildlife needs, whether it's bears, moose, Sasquatch, Mothman, just your average run-of-the-mill woodland creatures.
You've got questions about wildlife awareness. I've got answers. They say the best deterrence is avoidance. But if you see a bear, bear spray. You see a moose, bear spray. Cougar, also bear spray. You see a Sasquatch, the freaking Mothman, that's it. Just do your best, I guess.
Well, Ranger Kennedy says that a crackling campfire can keep night crawlers at bay.
As a park ranger, I know firsthand the importance of campfire safety and that it's no joke. Be sure to check all your local regulations and fire bans and make sure you have all the necessary permits. And remember, a crackling fire might just keep those night crawlers at bay. Oh.
Our poster Alice responds to a comment from somebody saying you should do some long-form YouTube videos like this, in regards, I assume, to the VHS tape videos. And she says that while there are only so many VHS tapes to go through, that this is a really interesting story, and maybe there's a way that the posters and the audience can sort of collaborate on this story, make something interesting out of it. This leads to a video in the following days of the poster saying that they're actually going to make something out of this.
We're doing it. We're gonna make a TV show about this.
And just to be incredibly specific, we're not going to make something right away. We're going to do kind of like a teaser proof of concept. And if you like it, and if you're able to check it out, it would go a long way into helping us make a web series, like a reality. We're going to put it out this very Tuesday. So take a look.
Again, starting at the beginning of this count, going through, I thought to myself, oh, this is something that they are creating IRL. This is all promo for this TV series, but it's entirely in the universe of this story. And 2 days after this announcement, there is a short film that ends up being posted to the account.
Hi, Wilderness Wanderers. Ranger Kennedy here, your eyes in the woods. Just a friendly reminder to always check your camping gear for any wear and tear. You can't make a swift escape from an unholy beast if your shoes aren't tied.
Hiya, ladies.
Hi, Norton. What's happening with the forest out there?
Building a bypass, I'm afraid.
What about the animals?
Loss of habitat is no joke, Sam.
This is a 7.5 minute short film based off of the VHS tapes that we have been watching so far. So to be quite clear with you, we've started off with this VHS series, this creepy VHS tape that has been found, that now these fictional posters in this universe are making a fictional TV series about. That's what I find so freaking fascinating about this series. It's not just analog horror. It's also these two people who have stumbled across these VHS tapes, and I say multiple, we'll get to that, dissecting them, sharing them with an audience, but then also making professional quality content based off of this story. So this video ends up being like 7.5 minutes. I'm gonna give you a very, very, very brief rundown. Two sisters have come to stay at this little cabin in a national park. They're greeted by a Ranger Norton. Ranger Norton playfully tells one of the girls that he wants to meet her girlfriend, to which the other sister informs him that she hasn't come out to their parents yet. Basically, keep it on the down low. After some sisterly bonding throughout the night, they go to sleep, but one of the sisters ends up staying awake, and it seems as though she sees something in the woods. Something she tries to track down and document. Something that ends up looking like a pair of eyes looking back at her from within the woods. When her sister wakes up in the morning, she's kind of like, hey, like, what is going on here?
What? I'm working on something.
Yeah, I can see that. Did you sleep?
No, not really. But I had some help.
I need to tell you some things.
There's almost like a little trailer, a highlight reel at the end of this. As far as I know, this is the only episode of this that has been released. One commenter said, how do you turn an analog horror into an actual mini film? I want to see a whole Netflix series of this, please. And I cannot agree more. The professional quality of this is something I have literally never seen on TikTok, let alone based off of an ongoing analog horror series that they're uploading at the same time. Our posters follow those coordinates that we were given earlier on the website to a bunker, and whilst inside, they have some strange experiences.
So we made it to the bunker.
You can Google this too. There's like so many photos of this place.
Yeah, apparently people have raves in here.
It's not a bad hike either. It's pretty chill.
It is instantly colder. Okay, this flashlight kind of sucks.
It's almost.
Like I wanted to go to the end.
Sir.
Did you hear that? Okay, that's really weird.
There's a focus on the. Hello?
I mean, there was a bear in the area.
Yeah, but that's not a bear. That's a. It doesn't know what that is. It could have just been a lantern that somebody forgot in here.
And what, it just like died out?
Leftover from partiers, perhaps?
Yes, the epic ravers.
That is so zoom.
Did you get it?
Yeah, but I keep.
Mommy.
I don't think any. None of these cameras are picking anything up. I don't know if there's anything in here though. If you get close like this.
There's a bar, don't run into the bar.
Oh, what? Yo. Do you have hands? All I got is phones. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, is that it? What's that?
I don't know.
Okay, we're not.
Let's just take this.
Yeah, we're not staying. We're not staying. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Some light.
Yeah.
Hello? Maybe it's just a.
And while opening up that med kit that they find inside a VHS tape. So let's go through the rest of the clips from the first VHS tape. We have this one on weather preparedness, where Ranger Kennedy and Ranger Brown tell us that if there's any kind of special moon, maybe we should not go into the forest.
Hi, your friendly park rangers here, Kennedy and Brown. Your eyes in the woods. Are you going camping this summer?
I sure hope so.
Be sure to check the weather radar in advance.
And be sure to check the lunar calendar to avoid any eclipses, full moons, new moons, harvest moons, super moons, blue moons, and definitely blood moons.
For obvious reasons.
Also this one, titled Nighttime Vigilance.
Remain extra vigilant after dark, when cryptid activity is rumored to peak. Always carry a lantern or flashlight with extra batteries to illuminate your surroundings, create a safe haven for yourself.
At the top here, it reads, "Please destroy footage backwards," which I assume means that the footage itself is flipped. But it's interesting. It almost sounds like a radio frequency being altered in some way. This like high-pitched, strange noise that sounds like it's like malfunctioning with the camera. We have this clip on noise discipline.
Hi folks, Ranger Kennedy here. While you're enjoying the tranquility of the forest, remember to keep noise levels at a moderate level so that somebody help! All your neighbors can enjoy the peace of the forest and you don't disturb the wildlife.
And clearly, based on the end of that clip, things are really starting to ramp up at this point. The following clip actually is not a setup for any kind of safety video. It's just a clip of Ranger Kennedy talking to Ranger Brown and telling him that she can't do this anymore.
You shouldn't have done that.
I was reading a script. What do you want from me?
I don't know. I don't want to do this anymore, okay? I didn't sign up for this.
Guess what? You're a public servant.
Just get lost.
We already are. Is that what I think it is?
Now at the end of the clip, somebody's hand goes over the lens, covering the camera. The third ranger that we've kind of been talking about until this point, that we haven't seen yet, but it's becoming increasingly clear that they do exist. And then two more clips in the first VHS tape here. Pitching a tent with Ranger Brown.
Hiya folks, Ranger Brown here with a few tips about sleeping outdoors. When pitching a tent, make sure it's securely staked into the ground to withstand any sudden storms. And keep it zipped shut to keep out mosquitoes or the odd clawed hand trying to find its way inside.
And then Ranger Kennedy talks to us about the importance of having an emergency plan when an emergency seemingly strikes.
Develop a clear emergency plan with your camping companion, including protocols for any wildlife encounters. Take it from an experienced ranger like me. Knowing how to react swiftly and calmly can make all the difference in a sticky situation.
Remember, improvise, adapt, overcome.
Improvise, adapt,
I've been talking about the TikTok videos somewhat out of order to try to give you guys the best narrative and the best storytelling that I can. But at this point is when the posters of this account actually open up that med kit and they show the VHS tape. Now, before they get into the second VHS tape, they say that they need to come clean about something. That there's a part of the first VHS tape that they've never showed the audience. One that they're going to show them now.
Before we get into the second tape, because I know you're interested, I just want to show you what's really at the beginning of the first tape, and you can let us know what you think it means.
The following video must be played prior to viewing any taped content involving Ranger Brown or Kid. It has come to our attention that two of our park rangers have released a set of wilderness videos and wilderness survival tips. These videos involve a number of nonsensical claims about the surrounding park area and should not be taken seriously. Ranger Kennedy and Brown acted on their own accord. In order to release this series, the Ranger group would like to acknowledge that both Rangers have been dismissed from their posts and corrective action has been taken. You can expect a series of informative tips and safety videos on our surrounding natural areas to be released shortly. If you're ever in need of assistance, still your eyes.
Hello, happy campers. It's your local...
And then sort of the rest of the videos play out from there. I have some thoughts, but interested to know what you think.
So this head park ranger, maybe we can assume this man is, says that Kennedy and Brown are making nonsensical claims about the forest. The second tape is very different from the first. While our first tape primarily focused on these educational videos that all had a slightly creepy spin, most of the videos that we're looking at now are either filmed by Rangers Kennedy and Brown as almost like insurance, you'll see what I mean in a minute, or there are educational like safety tips videos, but they've gotten a lot stranger.
If you're ever in need of assistance, we're still your eyes in the woods. There, is that better? It's fine? Okay.
This one is titled Safety in Numbers, and if you remember, there was a Safety in Numbers video prior to this, in which they gave tips about staying with a group and the importance of being prepared with a group of people. And I find that interesting because in this video, there is no lesson to be learned. We just watch as Ranger Kennedy and Ranger Brown are reprimanded seemingly by this head ranger that we saw in one of the previous clips.
Thanks for coming in on your day off. You know what I'm going to say, right? Kennedy? Brown? What the hell were you thinking? What a stupid, reckless... Listen, you were given a set of instructions and clearly you didn't follow them. What am I supposed to do?
You've seen the tapes, right?
Yes. You were given a job and felt the need to... Not that. Not that. What do you mean? Not that. All the other...
They edited the tapes.
Look, we recorded over some... Don't tell me. I don't want to hear it. You two are getting reassigned. Yeah.
We put in a request at a different station.
Oh. No. No. I mean reassigned here. You're not going... Is that camera on? Go!
You might have been able to tell with that ticking clock in the background, it almost sounds like a racing heartbeat. And actually 2 days ago as I'm filming this, a commenter had said crazy spectrogram on this one. Just wish I knew what to do with it. To which the account replies with the spectrogram. Now, if you're unfamiliar with that, it is actually just the visual that audio waves will produce. It's actually a very common thing, I think, in alternate reality games and viral, scary stories like this, where clues and stuff will be hidden hidden in these visual representations of the audio. The same person who commented that said, we tried decoding it, but it came to a dead end. Seems like the right path though. The next VHS clip is titled Planning Your Trip. And once again, this is not a safety or an educational video. We just see one of the rangers come back to get the camera that was left behind in the previous video. Another video titled Don't Panic If Lost, in which Ranger Brown walks through the woods calling for Ranger Kennedy.
Kennedy! Kennedy! Jesus.
The next clip is simply titled 333, with the caption, Remember the Rule of Threes.
Looks fine to me.
Okay, I need to get this up there. He's waiting.
Okay.
Wait, shh.
Myers.
I can't tell.
In this, the Rangers refer to someone who's waiting for them. Maybe the third Ranger that we're unclear on the identity of just yet, which makes sense because it's titled 333 and the caption says, Remember the Rule of Threes. And the Rule of Three is a principle that suggests that things presented in groups of three are more memorable, effective, and satisfying than other numbers. At least that's what Google tells me. The next video, Flora and Fauna, is captioned, If we can't be your eyes in the woods, that means it's up to you.
There he is again.
What? Where?
Just go.
During this time, the poster reveals what exactly it was that they found the original VHS tape in. You can actually see it at that very first clip that we started this entire video in. It's like a military box. I'm not really sure what it is. And then they have a very successful, very viral clip that I can't even play you the audio of because it has copyrighted music in it. Captioned, it was right in front of us the whole time, and it's just a supercut of every time the Rangers said, your eyes in the woods. And the most liked comment on this video reads, the emphasis on eyes makes me feel like it's not our eyes in the woods, it's the eyes in the woods. And that's where it's revealed to us that the posters have an idea of what the password to the website could be.
So I can't believe we didn't think of this earlier, and I know that you're all looking for the password as well, so I'm gonna wait until somebody else figures it out to post this, but they keep saying in the videos, eyes in the woods, and so we were thinking, what are eyes in the woods? And it's this, tapetum lucidum. It's exactly a layer of tissue in the eye of many vertebrates and some other animals. And guys, it's the password to the site. Did I copy and paste it? It's the password to the site, no spaces. Here's our list of ones we were trying, it's that one there. But there's a set of archives in here. A bunch of these are just blank, which I don't know, maybe has something to do with the members page that's still locked on here. But in the first one, look at this. There's a whole bunch of, there's documents and articles and a picture of the Mothman, which is wild. But yeah, you can check this out. This is great. Okay, just had the thought, because we're basing the show off of Ranger Kennedy and Brown and the information that we find in these tapes, this is basically just like free set design. So like they wouldn't mind if I just, you know, if we printed these off and used them in the proof of concept. It seems like it's old, nobody will care, right?
I'm very glad that they showed us what was behind that password, because now when going to the website, that password no longer works, at least for me. So all we really have to go off of is what they show here. The fact that the password doesn't work anymore makes me think that either one, somebody involved with Your Eyes in the Woods knew that someone had broken in, was getting access to this staff login and changed the password, but hopefully that also means that number two, there will be new content whenever a new password is discovered, which I imagine will happen. Back to the VHS tape. One commenter says, Kennedy says something that sounds like, we have to get this up there. He's waiting. Could he be the third ranger maybe? And this is when Ranger Kennedy and Ranger Brown go to the very same cave that our posters went to, where they meet with an unnamed person who seems very in the know about what is happening.
I swear if that damaged the tape.
Well, you looked at it.
Okay.
I left my flashlight.
Here.
The following clip is titled Redacted, and the caption says, "It's good to have a friend."
He's on there. I think we leave it here. They don't think you're part of it, but if they catch you with the tape, we're hooped. Someone will find it. You just
get back and act like nothing happened.
Well, what about that thing?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, actually, here. This is Ranger Kennedy, your eyes in the woods. Here, wait, let's actually try that again.
And then this clip feels so uncanny, uncomfortable after everything that has happened so far. Ranger Kennedy and Ranger Brown have only interacted with us the way that a TV show host for children would. They're upbeat, they're excited about what they're telling us. But this video titled Procuring Food finally sees that mask slipping as they tell us what's really going on here.
This is Kennedy and Brown. A few weeks ago, we were asked to make a series of wilderness survival tapes. Everything that we said about monsters and creatures we were asked to say. The people who asked us to make these films are after us. I'm not sure if you'll see us again, but if you don't, I need you to know that these
And the caption of this says "The End," or, and clearly there are more videos to go through. You've probably seen the length of the video that you're currently watching, but that's actually it in terms of the content of the VHS tapes. There are 2 videos of the account I will not show you because it's just a rehashing of everything we've watched, 2 supercuts of both VHS tapes, both of which are pinned to the top of the Your Eyes in the Woods account, so you can easily, after watching this video, go and watch all of the VHS tapes in one place. Now, I told you that our posters were making a TV show out of these VHS tapes, out of the story behind them, or whatever story they could garner, really. And in the following TikToks, they show some behind-the-scenes footage of the filming of that TV show, in which, of course, some creepy things begin to happen.
Reception.
I think this 300 needs to travel to this window.
Oh, that's so cute.
What do you see, Morgan?
Sorry to break it.
Good team.
What are you looking at?
Set and action. Quiet upstairs if we can.
There's no one upstairs. Yeah, there's no one up here.
Reset,
Yeah, I'm good. Okay.
Okay.
From the entrance.
You guys lock the door?
Let's do a technical cut.
Wasn't locked.
Are you spooked?
A little. I thought
not
it was,
convinced.
I'm a little spooked. I thought it was all silly hee hee ha-has, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we watch the footage tonight. Yeah. Joe told me at lunch that he thought that he saw somebody. And
Wait,
that whole
like
thing,
actually?
Yeah.
Like
no,
you're not joking?
No.
Let's just see you at the window. Briefly, Lily.
And then I just do like the...
I swear that Jeep is outside again. Look, look, look. If you cover your eyes, you can see it. Look, they're on the road.
There's no creeps in the woods.
I don't know.
The bit is
so
dumb.
much, Mother.
The thumping was weird, but yeah.
Honestly, it's been a really weird day on set today. yeah, just something feels off.
Now, in parts 1 and 2 of this vlog, a couple of weird things happen. The sound of footsteps upstairs when nobody is there as they're filming, or one of the actresses seeing what looks like that Jeep in the front yard. But it's part 3 of the vlog where things really take a turn for the sinister.
Where did Griffin go? I'm gonna say it again.
Hold on.
Griffin! I don't know.
He was just over
He
it.
was sitting like on that little log there.
Yeah.
Griffin! Oh. Oh my god. Joe, you hear that? Joe, oh my god.
What was that?
Oh my god!
There's no one in here. It's just the, oh, gross. Guys.
Can you see anything?
Okay, that's. Guys.
He's yelling for his friends, you know, this isn't funny, guys, this isn't funny, but he doesn't find them anywhere. And that's when he stumbles across this old abandoned cabin.
Guys. Guys, you up there? Griffin? Wait, guys. What? 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 We have to run. No, you guys. I'm going. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
All of the rest of the crew, all of his friends are in there hiding from something. They all manage to run out, but that's where this video ends. And the only other video that I haven't told you about is actually one of those, do you guys have the trend that's like, I love subtle foreshadowing? It's kind of like that, with Alice saying throughout that things feel weird while it cuts to the creepy events that have happened during the filming of their TV show. And that's it. For now, of course. There were 55 TikToks to go through that were all uploaded in the last 6 months, so I do believe that this series is moving fairly quickly. But here at the end, I kind of just want to give you my theories as to what's going on in all of the moving parts of the story. We have Rangers Brown and Kennedy in the VHS tapes. We have the hosts of our show who are experiencing strange things in the woods while filming their TV show based off of these tapes. And then you have the final moving piece, which is the TV show itself. There's not much to talk about there except to say that that is just insanely well done. The fact that a short film of that caliber was released around the idea of this ARG is just phenomenal. I've never seen production quality like that. But when it comes to Kennedy and Brown, there's definitely a third person, there's a third ranger involved here. And I assume that what's going to happen is that for some reason, maybe during their misadventures in the forest trying to film this TV show, that the hosts of our account, of our TikTok account, will find a third VHS tape, because I assume that we're not done with Kennedy and Brown just yet. After all, we left off on this note where we know there's a third ranger who maybe we'll meet in this third VHS tape if we get it. We know that there's like this head ranger, whoever that might be, who's saying that Kennedy and Brown acted on their own and was then telling them like, oh, you're not going anywhere, you're not being reassigned, like we're keeping tabs on you. Then we have Kennedy and Brown, who in the final clip said that the person who hired them to film these videos is now after them. That everything they said in their educational videos about the cryptids, about the surrounding area, even the experiences that they were having, they were told to say all of that. And as of now, at least, we have no idea who that could possibly be. Was it someone actually trying to get the truth out about these woods? Was it someone actively spreading misinformation or some kind of cult activity even? I was sort of starting to think with the things that ended up happening to the hosts of the TikTok account. I don't really know what else to call them except for the hosts, because again, I only know Alice's name. I may have totally missed everyone else's name if it was thrown out there, so I'm just gonna keep calling them the hosts of the TikTok account. I kind of wondered if it was something akin to that, some kind of cult, some kind of presence in the forest, but I think it's paranormal, and I think that for a myriad of reasons. Number one, every time that Kennedy and Brown talk about whatever's in the woods, there's this like distortion in the camera footage to where you can't understand what they're saying. Kind of like it's a radio frequency malfunction, or interference, I guess I should say. Number two, most of these videos are hashtagged paranormal. So maybe that's a pretty good indication of what exactly we're dealing with here. If this is all some ghost though, I don't think that that quite explains why the head ranger that we saw was so adamant about Kennedy and Brown spouting nonsense, how disciplinary action had been taken, how they'd been reassigned, even though that was a lie. I think that this all has to do with cryptids. I mean, I think that that's been made pretty clear. But what kind of cryptid is this? Who was tracking it down to begin with? And what happened to Kennedy and Brown? My theory is that whatever this cryptid is, it's almost like alien in the way that we've seen it interact so far. Like we've heard this weird like radio frequency distortion. The only times that we've really seen anything were like really early into the series where the bear-proof bag randomly moved behind Kennedy and nobody was there for that. Or there were like, you could hear breathing or kind of like grumbling in the background sometimes. But I just don't know if I have enough information to even begin to theorize as to what it is, why it is, where it came from. I thought immediately after seeing the radio frequency warning sign when the hosts went to the coordinates in Alberta, as well as just the way that we would hear this strange distortion in the audio every time that the entity was near or when they would talk about it. I don't know why my initial thought was aliens. I might be totally off base, especially because they didn't say anything about aliens. They talked about Sasquatch and Mothman, but I don't know what kind of cryptid that this would be. I definitely don't think it's something that already exists, or if it does, I'm not familiar with it. I'm so curious to hear what you guys think though. This was a heck of a journey, and I can honestly say that I enjoyed my time with Your Eyes in the Woods so very much. If you guys want to check out this account yourself, I highly recommend doing so. I'll have them linked down below. It's not very often that an account gets an entire dedicated video from me. You guys know lately I do a lot more just like compilations, and sometimes I'll have the odd account, but this is not the norm for me these days. It's very fun though to finally have something to really sink my teeth into. And I'm hoping that I'll be back with you with some updates on it very soon. With that being said, you guys, thank you so very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I want to say a big thank you to my subscribers who are members of the channel. If you want to join the channel memberships and get extra members exclusive perks like members only videos, polls to help me decide on future video topics, members only updates, and so much more, you can click that little join button somewhere around the screen. We would love to have you. An extra special thank you to my VIP loves for their continued and very generous support of the channel. I love and appreciate you all very, very much. I love you all very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.